Good morning, fourth grade, and welcome back to music class. Today we're going to be diving into a new topic called form. Let's get started. So, our topic is form in music, and I'm going to explain what form is in just a second. And we're going to talk about the form of several different songs, some that we know from music class, and some that you might know from the radio. So specifically, we're going to look at the song Never Sleep Late Anymore, if you learned the last couple weeks. Little Liza Jane, if you looked at the couple weeks before that. And then this song called Dance Monkey, which I think you might know. I think you might know this one. Our two goals today are I can explain what form is in music, and I can identify the form of a song. Let's get started. So, this song, This Land Is Your Land, you might remember from our spring concert just before we left school. I want you to think back and think about how was this song structured? What happened in this song? I put it on the screen to remind you. We started with the part where we sang This Land Is Your Land. This land is your land. And then after we got that part done, then we sang the first verse. As I went walking that ribbon of highway. Then we went back to the chorus. Then we sang the second verse. I roamed and rambled and followed my footsteps. Then the chorus again. Then the third verse. Nobody living can ever stop me. And then finally this last chorus. So the structure of this song was chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse. Seems kind of simple, right? We're just going back and forth between two different things. So the structure of This Land Is Your Land is one of the simplest forms we have in music. So this word form that we're talking about is the structure or organization of the music. And we can talk about that in two different ways. We can talk about big sections, so our big structure, our sections of the piece, which could be verses, could be choruses, could be a bridge, which is something that gets us between sections, or it could be little structure like phrases. So we have different lines. What lines sound the same as each other? We're going to talk about both kinds of structure today. And we're going to talk about structure and form by using letters. So for example, This Land Is Your Land is one of the simplest kinds. It's a two-part form because it goes A, B, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, A, B, A, B, A, B, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Doesn't change. Some other kinds could be a ternary form. Ternary meaning three, like tertiary. That prefix, ter, means three. And that's because it goes A, B, and then back to A. And if you think about our song, This Land Is Your Land, in the whole thing, it is kind of somewhere next to things. It goes A, B, A, B, A, B, and it ends with an A, ends with the chorus. So it's sort of bookmarked by those two A's, once at the beginning and once at the end. There are also two other words that are going to be useful for us when we're talking about form. So the first one is introduction. If you think about introduction to the piece as the special beginning, maybe it doesn't really fit into what's happening. So for example, remember most of our songs, the introduction is the part the piano plays before we sing the whole song. So that part is the introduction. We can't really think about how it necessarily fits into our A-B structure, our A-B form, because it's a little bit different, a little weird. The other word is our coda. Coda is an Italian word. It refers to the tail. It means it's the ending of the piece. The ending of the piece. And usually that ending doesn't always fit in nicely with our form either. Maybe it doesn't look like an A, it doesn't look like a B. So those two words are going to be useful when we're thinking about form in the next couple weeks. So you've got sections, big structure, phrases, little structure, and we're using letters to talk about those bits of form, that structure. Let's look at our song, Never Sleep Late Anymore. We looked at this song the last 2 weeks. I'm going to remind you of how it goes by singing it to you. Ready? Just let me wake up in the early morn. Just let me wake up in the early morn. Just let me wake up in the early morn, and I'll never sleep late anymore. We're going to ask ourselves 3 questions about this song to figure out its form. The first is, what's the structure of this song? The second is, what parts sound the same? And the third part is, what parts sound different? So let's look at the first one. What's the structure of the song? So not even looking at the form yet, we can see there are 4 lines in this song. 4 lines. The first 3 have the same words, but doesn't mean they sound the same totally. And the last one is totally different. So we can already predict that our form, if we're thinking about the phrase of the song, maybe some of these will be the same, maybe some different, and then this one's definitely going to be different. So let's look now. What parts sound the same? What parts sound different? I'm going to take the letter A, and I'm going to drag it. We're going to make this so it can have a bunch of A's. Drag it up here to the first part. Sorry about this. There we go. So we know this first line is going to be a letter A because it's the first thing. And we're always going to have the first line be A. And it sounds like this. Just let me wake up in the early morn. What about that second line? Does it sound the same or different? Listen. This is line 2. Just let me wake up in the early morn. Ooh. Listen again to line 1. Just let me wake up in the early morn. Line 2. Just let me wake up in the early morn. Do you hear the difference? The first line starts the same and ends high. Early morn. The second one ends low. Early morn. So let's say that that's different. We're going to call it B because they sound different at the end. Even though the beginnings are the same, the endings are the different. So we'll call that B. What about this third line? Just let me wake up in the early morn. Does it sound the same as one of our previous 2 lines? Or does it sound totally different? Just let me wake up in the early morn. Does it match A? Just let me wake up in the early morn. Or B? Just let me wake up in the early morn. What do you think? If you think it matches A, you're correct. So right now I've got A, B, A. So these 2 are the same, but this one's a little bit different. And this last line, and I'll never sleep late anymore. Totally different. So we're going to use a new letter. So this is a pretty short song, and we only have 4 lines. But we can think about the structure as A, B, A, C. So something, something else, something, something else. Does that make sense? So no matter what the song is, we can use these letters to think about what parts are the same, what parts are different. If you had a song where everything was different one or the other, then I guess it would be all different shapes, but also be kind of a strange song. Because can you think of any song where nothing repeats? Can you think of any song where nothing repeats? I challenge you to think about that. So, let's look now at our other song, Little Liza Jane. Let's see. Mr. Potter forgot to fix these. There we go. So, this is the song we looked at before we looked at Never Sleep Late Anymore. And I'm going to sing it for you to remind you how it goes. I've got a house in Baltimore, Little Liza Jane. Streetcar runs right by my door, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Little Liza Jane. Interesting. When we look at songs, and we talk about the form of those songs, Do you think the more important part is the lyrics, the words, or do you think it's the music, the melody? Which do you think matters more when we're talking about form? The lyrics or the melody? I would say the melody. Because remember back to our first one where we looked at This Land Is Your Land? Even though all those verses sounded, they had different words, it was the same structure. It's the same structure, the same melody. So we always had a chorus and then a verse. And the verse had different words. We still labeled it B, A, B, even though they're different words. So the most important thing we're looking at the form of a piece is looking at the melody to find out how it's structured. That's going to be useful when we're looking at our song Little Liza Jane just now. Let's listen again to the first 4 lines. I've got a house in Baltimore, Little Liza Jane. Streetcar runs right by my door, Little Liza Jane. Just like before, we're going to use the letter A to talk about this first line. I've got a house in Baltimore. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. What about the next line? Little Liza Jane. Do-do-do-do. Different. Let's use letter B. Now the third line. Streetcar runs right by my door. Let's think about the melody. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Does it sound familiar? Does that sound like one of our previous lines? Listen to line A. Do-do-do-do. I've got a house in Baltimore. Or otherwise. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ooh. Listen to the first line again. I've got a house in Baltimore. Now the third line. Streetcar runs right by my door. Listen without the words. Whoa, they're the same. So we'll use the same letter. So we'll put another A there. So right now I've got A, B, A. What about this one? It's got the same words as this first Little Liza Jane. Little Liza Jane. Listen to the last one again. Little Liza Jane. Does it match this one? Little Liza Jane. Oh, no, it's lower. So we have to use a different letter. Even though they have the same words, we're going to use a different letter. So the structure, the form of these first 4 lines are A, B, A, C. Let's look at the next 4 lines and see if any of these match what's happening up here. Oh, Eliza. That sounds totally different. Starts up high. So let's grab D. We'll put there. Oh, Eliza. What, this one? Little Liza Jane. Ooh, that sounds familiar. I wonder which one it is. Listen to the letter B. Little Liza Jane. And letter C. Little Liza Jane. Does this one, Little Liza Jane, sound more like B or like C? If you said B, I would agree with you. Little Liza Jane, Little Liza Jane. Awesome. What about this one? Oh, Eliza. Does that sound the same as one before? Oh, Eliza. Sounds the same to me. We're going to use the same letters. So we've got D, B, D, and then what about this one? Do you have a prediction? Notice how the second line of both of these phrases was the same. This was B, and this was B. So what do you predict this one might be? Listen. Little Liza Jane. Doesn't match this C. Little Liza Jane. How about that? It does. So we're going to drag it. See there? We can see their whole form is A, B, A, C. D, B, D, C. Interesting. So both lines, we've got the first and the third line sound the same. First and the third. And the second and the fourth have a pattern between these two sections. But but they're different within the section. So B and C are not the same within the section, but if you look between, they're not the same. There are also more verses of this song. So we looked at the big structure. We could think about this whole section, this verse, as being like an A, and this whole thing as a chorus being like a B. And if we listen to the whole song, we might find that it goes back and forth between a chorus, A, and a verse, B, A, B. Just like the song, This Land Is Your Land, we looked at in the very beginning of class. Awesome. So, now that we've looked at the smaller structure, the phrase structure, I want to talk about something looking at the bigger structure, sort of like we did with This Land Is Your Land. I have a song that you might know. It's called Dance Monkey. We're going to watch a video that helps show us the form of the song. And as you're thinking, I want you to think about what are the big sections of this song. Let's get this video set up so we can watch. So I'll look to right here, and I'm going to find where my video is. Oh, where did it go? There it is. Here we are. So, I'm going to make myself go away. And we're going to watch. There we go. We can watch in full screen. And hopefully, this will sound awesome. So as you are thinking, as you are listening, think about what is the big structure here. And you can see it on the board.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time.
Still the same material.
And on
Still
my eye, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me.
Sounds different.
I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. I said, oh my God, I see you walking by.
Sounds the same as the
Take
first
my hands, my dear,
verse.
and look me in my eyes. Just like a monkey, I've been dancing my whole life. But you just beg to see me dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And on my eye, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh.
Sound familiar? The same as the
I
beat
never
before.
seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'm back to do it all again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again.
Sound the same or different? Sounds new.
Oh, oh, oh. Say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh.
the little reprise. All again. So, we're going to go back to our presentation. And we're going to look at the structure of this whole song. So, if we think about what was in that song, you notice that there were 3 different letters we saw. There was an A, a B, and a C. And at the beginning, there was also an introduction. And then there was a coda. Those words I told you about before, the introduction is that special beginning, and the coda is that special ending. So, if we think about what was happening, we have special names, like I showed you, for these different letters. So the first one was the verse. It was the part that was sort of giving more material, more words. It was telling you about the story. That chorus was the part where the music builds up, and it was the dance, monkey, dance, monkey, dance, monkey, oh. It's the part you probably know. It's in your head. It's repeated so much. And then we had the A, B, A, B. So it's starting to look a little bit like This Land Is Your Land, going A, B, A, B. Then there was that C part that was sort of different. It was weird. It was, she wasn't saying words. She was like oohing. In a song, a pop song, we have a special word for that. It's called the bridge. And it's called the bridge because it sort of gets us from one place to another. We don't live on where the bridge is. We don't stay there. It doesn't feel like home. We're going from here to another place. And it bridges us from that chorus into the chorus. Again, where we end here. I put the words in Spanish and Espanol on the screen. So a verse is estrofa, a chorus is estribillo, and a bridge is a puente. So that's literal. That actual is a bridge. We think about that. So to review, the structure of the song was verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. And this structure is very similar in a lot of pop music. You have the idea of going back and forth between verse and chorus, and then somewhere there's a bridge, something new happening that sort of gets us from one spot to the other. Awesome. So hopefully this was clear to you, because you're going to be doing this sort of analysis. Oops. We're doing this sort of analysis in your homework. Let's look now at your our wrap-up so you can see, come on, bud, our exit tickets. So, as always, you got 2 pieces of work, our exit ticket and your video on Flipgrid. Let's go now to the assignment page so I can show you the video, sorry, not the video, the exit tickets. And I'm going to make myself, appear in the corner. The exit ticket you're going to be doing. So here is our assignment page. You've already done number 1, which is to watch the video, as always. Number 2 is to complete your exit ticket. Let's look at that. It's a form, so you can click on this to be taken right to that form. Notice it says 4th grade form, week 1, exit ticket, May 7th, because that's today. Start by writing your name, and I want you to tell me in your own words, what is form in music? We talked about it all through class today, so you should be able to give me some sort of answer. What is form? In your own words, how do you define that word? Then, I have put another song that you might know, Happy by Pharrell. I want you to listen to the song, escucha la canción, and listen to the different parts that are happening. The verse, the chorus, maybe there's a bridge. And I've actually given you a key so that help you think about the song. So we can think about the verse, the estrofa, as the first part. It might seem crazy. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. That's our verse. And it comes back in the second verse. Here come bad news. I don't remember the rest of it. So those are our verse. So whenever you hear that, think about that as one section. That's our verse. The chorus is the part you know. Because I'm happy I belong if you see the room without a roof. Our estribillo, our chorus, is that section that comes back over and over. It's the one you know. And again, we have a bridge, just like in Dance Monkey, there's a bridge that's taking us from the one part to the other. Bring me down and you can't nothing. Bring me down, oh my love is too high. Bring me down. It's different than those other two parts. So hopefully this key can help you think about the verse, the A, the chorus, the B, and the bridge, the C. And I want you again to listen and then to think about what is the form you hear. Does it go A, B, A, C, A? Does it go verse, chorus, verse, bridge, verse? Does it go A, B, C, A, B, C, B, B? So verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, chorus? Does it go A, B, C, B, B, C, B, B? Does it go verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, bridge, chorus? Or does it go A, B, C, B? Verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. So I want you to listen and use your listening ear to really figure out what is happening in the song and use this key to help you. Analyze it just like we were listening to Dance Monkey and figure out what is the order of the pieces in the song. When you're done, select your answer and then click submit and I'll be able to see your exit ticket. After you've done your exit ticket, then like always, upload a video to Flipgrid. Your Flipgrid assignment, you can click on this link or you can use the code PS91FOURTH. Your Flipgrid assignment this week is really important because it lets me know what song you want to look at next. So it's important you answer your Flipgrid assignment. Once you, as a reminder, to log into Flipgrid, you either click on that link here and then click log in with Google, and then that will bring up this page where you log in using your NYC Students account. I'll just log in right now. If I went to flipgrid.com, it would ask me for a flip code, and if you're on a phone or a tablet using the app, it's also an app asking for that. Your flip code is PS91FOURTH. So either way, it's going to take you to this page where you log in. I'm already here, and you can see our assignment. May 7th, that's today. What should be our next song? Tell me what song you think we should listen to find out its for. If you can, play or sing a bit of the song so I can listen to it. Write the name of the song and the title to your video. So I want you to tell me what song you want to listen to and analyze. So it could be a pop song, could be a jazz song, something we could listen to and really figure out what the form is. I need a lot of ideas because I'm thinking about what we could do in the next couple weeks with form. And I want to pick songs that you want to listen to. So tell me by recording a response. You click on the green plus button right here to start the recording process. If I click here, it'll bring up this page. If it asks you to have permission, you just click OK. And then here, I'm going to start by clicking this play button. It gives you a countdown. And then I'm there. Hello, hello, hello. I can pause. And I click next. And then I'm there. I click next. I can give a selfie. And then this page here, where you have a title, this is where I would love for you to write the name of the song. If you want to link me to the YouTube video, you can also put it here and I'll see that. And then click submit video. So that's how you record a Flipgrid video. Once you do, it'll appear and I'll be able to see it. So as a reminder, you've got, again, 2 parts to do after this video. Your exit ticket, where you're going to look at the form of the song Happy, just like I showed you. And the Flipgrid video where I want you to tell me what song you want to listen to next and talk about its form. Once you're done, click turn in so I know you completed the assignment. So let's go back to our page so we can sing our goodbye song. So as a reminder, after you finish this video, do the exit ticket, do the Flipgrid video. Let's sing our goodbye song. 1, 2, ready, go. Now it's time to go. We've been singing and playing all the day. Until tomorrow we must say, now it's time to go. Bye-bye.